Residents in southern Tasmania are demanding to know why cloud seeding was conducted over the Derwent River catchment the day before the worst floods in 40 years. Cloud seeding is a technique used to increase rain. Hydro Tasmania has confirmed it flew a cloud seeding flight despite the weather warnings. Farmers believe the technique could have made the flooding worse. The Premier
Hello, my name's Al DeChico. I live in Golden Valley, and I understand that this is a federal issue. I understand that from speaking to the governor's office, that they cannot or will not even make a statement about this. My question is, have you tested the rainwater? And if you haven't, have you seen the results of our rainwater tests? And also, are you aware that many of the people sitting in this room right here have very high levels of barium, aluminum, and strontium in their blood? People are getting sick and dying. And we want the ADEQ not just to give us a little speech today, but actually to maybe perhaps speak out against it if you know it's going on. And if not, I would suggest you do a lot more investigation. We've been doing it for years. So I'd like a comment on, one, the rainwater, what's in it, and two, what's in our blood. And if it's not coming from geoengineering, is it your responsibility to investigate that and tell us where it is coming from? Thank you. Does the ADEQ have the ability to take a position on this and investigate it further and find out where these toxic metals are coming from that are in our rainwater and in our blood? Thank you.
Thank you. I am assuming you do have scientists in your organization. Is that correct?
We do, ma'am.
Thank you. My name is Michelle Arnett, and I'm from Bullhead City. And I'm one of the several who have had my blood tested because I was getting sick and I didn't know why. And I did go to my doctor, and he had some question on how to order these specific tests for heavy metals. And when the results came back and they were really out of line, he said he had never seen anything like it in his life, and he didn't have a clue what to do about it. And then
All right, guys, sorry about that. No audio. Damn, man. Always got to have a couple issues every night. Anyway, this is a big time alert night, man. We're back up. The volume's up. We're good. Good thing I looked over there because I didn't even know. Anyway, guys, thanks for letting me know that it is up and running now. Anyway, heads up, giant alert night. We're going to be talking about tons of things, but I wanted to get them first few clips running so you know where we're coming from. You know this is going on. Weather engineering programs have been going on since the 1800s, and we've shown that on previous shows, but it's going on. And, you know, I've showed so many clips of NASA talking about the fuel. I mean, cirrus clouds are chemtrails, basically. That's what they are. They're not natural clouds whatsoever. They're all man-made. Anyway, let's jump into this high alert. I've seen military movement going from Clinton south. I don't know if it was for what they're getting ready to do tomorrow or if it was just some kind of standard thing. But I usually don't see military driving, you know, this time of week ever, hardly ever. I see convoys of different things, but these all look like generators or high water rescue vehicles or something like that. But anyway, here we are at the Truman Corps update on Truman Dam. I'm going to leave all these links in the description if you want to read this. And as you get down here, the Kansas City District would like to remind the public to wear a life jacket while on or near the water. Be vigilant. But when you get down here, it says, expect the unexpected and be prepared. And that's just a warning for what they're getting ready to do tomorrow. The Bagnell Dam downstream flooding to intensify. They're getting ready to open up a bunch of floodgates, not just this one. I found this military article here. This comes from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They're all going to be opening these dams up. Turtle Creek Dam, Harry S. Truman Dam, Perry Lake is at capacity. But they're going to open these dams. They were going to try to open them today, but they didn't do it. They're going to try to open them tomorrow. We also have so many roads already underwater. I mean, it's so close of Clinton going underwater. There's water all the way up to 7 Highway, both sides. And between Clinton, Missouri and Harrisonville, Missouri, you have water coming up to the road. I mean, it's almost there. Like, they're at a point right now. They have to do something. So this means downstream is a big alert. And that's the way the military was headed, was south. You know, the Missouri River's flooded too. We showed you yesterday how flooded it was. So the Corps is going to try to release some water. So this is pretty crazy. This is out of the dam in South Dakota. Right now they're releasing 5,000 cubic feet per second Tuesday and another 5,000 cubic feet on Wednesday, per second Wednesday. All the water will flow downstream, affecting already flooded locations such as Jefferson City, Herman, St. Charles by Monday. See, so there's like nowhere for this water to go. We are inundated with water. And they closed. I can't go back up. I went up last Friday and got footage of the dam that was totally closed. And then they come out with a response saying that they were releasing, but it was just through the generators. They don't want nobody to see what's going on there. And they got this thing under high surveillance, so you can't get to it. I don't have a drone to go check this stuff. I'm going to close some of these tabs out as we go here. So if you're downstream of any dams, you know, once they start opening this up, we're going to start seeing debris flows, and towns along the rivers are going to be flooded. I-29 is closed again. I have to go to Omaha tomorrow. I have to drive from Missouri up there, and the highway is closed. I'll have to find a different way around. So Iowa, they just got the interstate back open for the beginning of the floods like 90 days ago, and now it's shut down again. Where are they going to release this water to? So just a major heads up for tomorrow. In other news, we got this meteorologist just freaks out on this tornado. Oklahoma weather stuns meteorologist with bizarre tornado coming from the ground. Now, I'm not going to play this clip or anything. I left a link in the description. It's actually pretty crazy looking. It looks like the tornado is a vacuum. It's not even a tornado. It's a wall cloud. And pretty crazy stuff. I'll leave the link in the description. And I was listening to the live stream of the Truman Lake City Hall meeting. In fact, I might stream that over on D Live after we get done here. And the link for this should be in the description. Hopefully, I don't know if I put them in there yet. Hang on, let me bust them in there real quick. Kind of getting a late start here. I got caught up in that town hall meeting there. So let me drop these links in the description. Want to welcome everybody in that's watching this here on YouTube, over on D Live, Twitch, and Facebook. Much love out there. And you'd have to go to the YouTube channel to see the military operations that I filmed today. I didn't post that on Restream or nothing. You know, all these tornadoes, they're always coming out with just like one person killed or two. I think there's a lot more deaths that's probably involved that we never know about. When you look at some of the damage, I mean, everybody's seen the damage of these tornadoes. That one that went through Kansas yesterday, they're now classified as a EF4. And this thing was a monster. I seen a sped up version of that thing, and it was just insane. I couldn't find the clip to download it. But we have major damage. You know, where's all these people going to go? What FEMA region are they in? This is out of Jefferson City, Missouri. The one that went through Kansas, it totally wiped out all kinds of stuff. And we got this right here when this come out. I wasn't going to get into this, but it's still up here. SpaceX satellites could blight the night sky, warn astronomers. So Elon Musk Starlink internet satellites have no public consensus and may impair the view of the cosmos. You know, they just launched like 60 satellites just the other day. It was who was that? I can't remember who it was, if it was like DARPA or the military or something like that, and it was called Make It Rain. That was the name of the satellite launch they did. It was called Make It Rain, and we've had all this crazy weather. So anyway, tons of damage. Pray for these people. They don't have a home. Check this lady out. That poor lady, man. There by herself. Her bathroom, bedroom. Now she's got an open deck to the highway. So anyway, there was another guy here that got hit, and he lost his wife the last time the tornadoes come through here. He got hit again, man. This stuff could be stopped. You know who we could call? We could call, let me go to Twitter. Let me search this guy. There's somebody we could have called. But I think he works for the dark side. Let's take a look at this. I know he offers tornado mitigation. I'm pretty sure it's right here on the, tornado mitigation for cities and towns. Now this guy, he's a rainmaker. He does all kinds of stuff. He put the fires out in Tasmania. They were on fire just like California, and he put the fires out within like 10 days, but then he flooded them out. You know, he could protect any country for $100 million. If you pay that guy $100 million, he's going to make it rain, make it not rain. He's going to steer the atmospheric rivers away. The technology's there. They're doing it over in Iran right now. So anyway, we're going to jump into some other stuff. We also have an asteroid taller than the pyramids will skim by the Earth tomorrow. I'm not going to play any of this stuff. I just had them articles up. And here we go. Here's down in Australia. The inland sea, Lake Erie, is filling greener the desert and attracting wildlife. See, they're getting flooded down here too. It's starting to fill up the sea. You know, they're going through all kinds of crazy stuff down here. And that's where David Miles is based out of, Australia. He's always doing some kind of weather engineering program. He uses ground-based radars. He did it in the United States in 2012, and he flooded Texas out. He stole California's rain in 2012. We've had 12 state straight days of tornadoes shatter the U.S. twister record. You know, all this stuff could be stopped. You know, we watch the skies every day. Where's the blue skies? Where's the white puffy clouds? It's like a miracle to get any kind of normal clouds. It's all the aerosols being deployed from the planes, whether it's coming from the fuel or coming from actual sprayers or coming from the drones. Regardless, they're making the clouds. They're making the cirrus clouds. They're reflecting the sunlight back out into space, and then they're trapping the heat in. We got a clip for that one too here. Let's check that one out.
So you just mentioned contrails. So how do the contrails affect or have an impact on the climate?
Right. Well, contrails have a huge impact on climate. And so, in fact, some of the recent modeling work that has come out of DLR suggests that contrails today, just the ones that we're able to see up in the sky, maybe today, this week, this month, have a larger impact on Earth's climate than all of the carbon dioxide emitted by aircraft since the first powered airplane flight. So that's a huge effect. And so even as CO2 accumulates, greenhouse gases accumulate in the atmosphere, the impact of these contrails trapping heat and reflecting sunlight back into space is having a huge effect on the Earth's energy balance. And so
that's right, ladies and gentlemen. They're dumping more particles this week than all of the aviation since the very first plane. That's why our skies are so toxic. That's why we're all have a chest infection. That's why we're all sick. So that's right there. They're telling you that they're creating the clouds. They're worse now than they've ever. Like this week, they're worse this week than all of aviation put together. They're creating the cirrus clouds. We have a problem. That is what is causing the climate change. It's not climate change, it's climate control. They have their hands on the thermostat of the earth, and they're madmen. They're screwing up the skies. You know, back a while back, we were documenting the aerosols being deployed over in Portugal, and they were getting hammered day after day after day, and all of a sudden their NEXRADs went down. Well, guess what? When their NEXRADs went down, they were down for like 3 weeks. There was not one spray in the sky. They couldn't fly. They couldn't see the clouds because they had no radar to go by. And now that we're looking at this, we still have a ship operation out here, a big time shipping operation. What am I talking about? I'm talking about bunker fuel. These white lines right here, all these are ships. These are weather modification ships. These are military ships. These are not chemtrails. They're actually, I guess you could call them chemtrails from the ocean. And hang on, I got a clip for this too. Hold on, I got to pause the first clip and I'll bring this one in.
Residents in southern Tasmania are demanding to know why cloud...
So give me a second here, because I mean, I got to show these clips. There's a lot of new people that come in that don't know what we're talking about. So I got to get these in here. And I don't know if that one's it. Give me just a second. And there's so many ways that they modify the weather. I mean, you can go rent a cloud ionizer. You can buy, farmers can buy their own cloud ionizers. They're mobile units that they can put out on your farm, and you know, it affects these storms. It makes it rain more. You got the ionospheric heaters. You got the digisons. You got the water generating stations, all the power plants. If you really watch them things, most of the time the smoke's coming out of the parking lots, not coming out of the smokestacks.
Regarding disaster preparedness.
Oh, that wasn't it. That's the one that got me in trouble. I can't play that one. I'll have to do that one over on D Live. So I'm trying to find this. Here it is. Nope. There we go. I found it.
The Navy Warfare Development Command tested a new anti-ship missile defense system June 21st through 25th. Pandora Fog consists of shipboard radar-absorbing carbon fiber clouds tested under a variety of at-sea conditions using assets from the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force. These man-made clouds are part of a layered defense and are capable of preventing a missile from detecting and striking its target.
So, a missile, huh? How about affecting the weather? That's what they're doing. You're not going to block a missile. This is 2019. How is a smoke screen going to block a missile? I mean, that just doesn't even make sense. But there's a huge operation out here. We only see these bunker fuel operations before a major event. We've seen them before the Paradise Fires. We've seen them before Hurricane Michael. We've seen them before Hurricane Florence. These are affecting the weather patterns. And we're going to have to look and see what's coming. You know, maybe they're trying to shift the weather pattern. But we'll find out because we're going to look. So I wanted to load up this cloud effect radius because this brings out the ship tracks much better. And you can see the straight lines, you know, the hooks. That's all the shipping operations. You can see they're way up here in the Pacific. I mean, this is a lot of weather modification ships. You got them over here off the coast of Washington and Oregon. And we had viewers confirm. They were right off the coast yesterday. They're over here off BC. You know, they stand out pretty good with that. And this is not loaded very good. But we'll be able to see this like in real time when we take a look at the radars. But yeah, mega shipping operations still going on out here. And I did not get this map loaded, so we're probably not going to be able to we'll look at the radar to get that stuff. In fact, I'll go ahead and start getting that loaded. In fact, we'll go ahead and check the weather right now just to see what's coming at us. It's a weather war, I'm telling you. It's going on. It's been going on. You know, they've steered the rivers on the ground. Well, now they steer the rivers of the sky. The technology has been there since the early 90s, maybe the 80s. So we're just going to go ahead and check that. I'm about to get another one running so that we can check some other things here. Nice crowd out there. Much love out there. Just trying to do our best to expose all this stuff going on, because it definitely is going on. You know, there's so many of these disinformation campaigns, and hell, man, they admitted there's paperwork out there where they admitted they create the cirrus clouds. They admit what's in the clouds. So it's like, you know, how can you deny it? You should get on and fight it. This is the air we breathe. This is the air our kids breathe. All right, so hopefully I can get that to load. While that's loaded, let's take a look at this and see if this thing will load. So right now, no tornado warnings, but there was one up in Iowa. Where's my timestamp? Wow, they moved the timestamp from the bottom to the top. 2:54. So yeah, we at least right this second we can see some tornado watches down there in Arkansas. Let me go ahead and run that through. Look at these tornado outbreaks, man. They're crazy. These are in no way normal. But anyway, if you, like I said, all the green boxes is the flooding, and we seen they're going to start releasing water from South Dakota all the way down. Look, there's just one little area right there that's not flooded, and then it's going to hit the Missouri River. It's going to dump in. You know, this is going to be pretty crazy tomorrow to see if they actually open up these floodgates. I don't know where this water's supposed to go. The only way it's going to go is over the embankments. It's going to flood more crops, more fields. Nothing's going to get planted this year. I mean, look at this. This is where a lot of growing is going on. Not to mention after the floods. You know, what kind of diseases do you get from floodwater? What about the water aquifers? So just crazy stuff going on here, man. And we don't know the actual who is responsible here in the United States. I mean, I know the companies in other countries, but this is the one I'm having a hard time finding. We need more people to step up and help figure out who the hell is doing this, so we know who to get it stopped, how to get it stopped, and all that. So, and it's going to take numbers, man. Not a few thousand people. We need tons of people. So look at the aerosols being deployed up there in Montana, Wyoming, North California. I'll zoom in on them. I just want to kind of document the whole picture here. Up in Canada, you're getting sprayed right where the fires are going. You got mega fires up in Canada. They're already putting out fire warnings for Washington and Oregon. So look at that. That is complete aerosol job up here. Let's go check that out a little bit closer so you guys can see it a little better. This is a weather modification program. This is them making the cirrus clouds. They're making the chemtrails. If them planes wasn't up there, this would be blue skies. But look at that spraying operation. Look at all the X's in the sky. Look at the tic-tac-toe boards. That's a major spraying operation right there. Just got to wait on it to load. We're going to go ahead and bring up the forecast models. If you're new here, we do a 16-day forecast every Sunday night. So if you're with us on Sunday night, you knew 2 weeks ago about these floods. If you were with us a month ago, you knew about the floods. You knew about the polar vortex. You watched them split the polar vortex. All right, so while that stuff is loading up, let's take this up 6 hours at a time, see where the rain's going to be. Well, in 6 hours, it's going to be in the same place it is right now, right over Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Ohio, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, all the way up, you know, everywhere. Right where they're wanting to release the water. You're looking at 4 inches of rain right there in the yellow. That's in like 18 hours from now. Ridiculous amounts of rain. We're going to have more severe weather for Texas, New Mexico area on Friday. Wow, look at that. It's up in the purples. That's 2 feet of rain, guys. That's intense. Look at that storm going right over the heart of Texas. So like 12 hours of just crazy rain. It's looking like over 10 inches of rain in 12 hours. And that's kind of been the theme, man. You're getting about an inch every 15 minutes or something. Some of the storms we got, that's how they were. So looks like Florida, you're about to get just a touch of rain. North Carolina, Virginia, and here they come back at it there again in Nebraska. Probably another outbreak. So a little bit of rain, and then the storms fire back up. We're trying to see if there's a shift in the patterns or anything. I'm just kind of going through this pretty fast. In fact, there's an easier way to find out where the precipitation is going to go. And we're going to crank this all the way up for 16 days. This is going to forecast out 16 days of moisture, whether it's snow or rain. So it's looking a little bit less. So maybe they're going to shift that atmospheric river out of here. Maybe it's going to go on up, and then they'll start working on the hurricane season. So this is looking a little better. We're looking at, 5 to maybe 10 inches of rain over the next 16 days. So it definitely looks like we are going to maybe have a change in the patterns. I didn't get to look at the southern oscillation or anything like that. Now I want to look kind of at the whole North America here, if I can find it, and just check out these pressures going across. Get that down. So look at that, there was tornado warnings up in Wisconsin, headed towards Minnesota. All right, let me while that's loading, I gotta get one more place here, just so we can check the alerts, so we can know what the heck is going on right now. All right, so right now the last tornado warning was at 9:13 coming out of Iowa. And it was going till 9:45, so that one's already expired. And it was a confirmed tornado 7 miles northwest of Ackley or 8 miles south of Hampton. So law enforcement had confirmed a tornado. So hopefully nobody got hurt in that one. And let me check that one more time. We've had quite a few, 2 tornadoes down in Louisiana, Lincoln, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Kentucky. So the tornado weapons are still in full swing. So let me go ahead and check this. So you can see here, over the next 150 hours, Texas and Nebraska is pretty much the target short term. So what I'm seeing, a pretty good drying period over here, and the atmospheric river is actually going more where it's supposed to go. See this? Let me bring up the atmospheric river. So we're going to probably have to start turning our attention to the hurricanes. That thing has been sitting there for over a week. All right, so we're going to be looking at the atmospheric river, and this is the more microwave imagery, and this is like taking an X-ray down, and we're looking at the rivers of the sky. Now the companies over in the Middle East, they call this blue gold. They're trying to bottle it, hijack it, and then make you pay for it by the barrel, just like they do with the oil. And let me go ahead and put this on North America. I'm not going to be able to cover everybody else tonight, so we'll just kind of stick with North America today. So, all right, so normally the atmospheric river over here that's been hitting California, this thing normally goes right up into the Aleutian Islands, like it's trying to do right there, but you can see a 90-degree angle right here. They're either pushing it away or they're pulling it right into the border of Oregon and Northern California. That did not happen for the last 5 years until right after the Paradise Fires. Now they steered this atmospheric river to wash away the evidence of the fires, and that's where we sit right now. Now the atmospheric river down here around the equator, this thing usually looks like a wave going across. But once you start using the electromagnetics or the ionospheric heaters or any of them kind of technologies, you can pull this atmospheric river up, and that's what's happened. And it takes a good 30 days to get this thing to move out, 20 to 30 days. So we're still seeing manipulation of this. So hopefully this thing will start rolling on where it's supposed to go. You can see they're pulling it right to the military radar installation right there in Louisiana. Look at that. It's a triangle. These things look like wavy. You know, they're supposed to look like little waves and stuff. These things are being pulled, stretched, 90-degree turns. I've been documenting this stuff for around 5 or 6 years. And you can see everything is being affected. All right, we got that documented pretty good. Probably done with that for now. We got some new warnings coming out. Quad Cities, Illinois, Iowa, and flash floods everywhere. All right, let me get rid of that. Done with that. All right, let me get back where we can see if we can see the ship operations that's going on out here in the Pacific, because this is definitely going to affect the weather. It has every single time. So maybe either they're trying to move off the atmospheric river, or they're just setting up for the next system. You can see them right there in the white. The dark blue lines, if you can make them out, will be the aerosols being deployed by the air. So big time shipping operation here. And this bunker fuel that they're using is the most toxic emissions on the planet. We can also see them up here and right there. So let me just kind of take this forward real. They're also up here. Like, this is a huge operation. And you can see the aerosols being deployed in the air on the dark blue lines. So they are definitely having a heyday out here. Super heavy aerosols from the sky. Try to get this to go on through. So there they are, man. There's the ships deploying the bunker fuel, man-made clouds. And then you have the aircraft, the dark blue lines. That's the aerosols. All right, let's go ahead and so we got that document good there. Let's go ahead and go to the United States here, see what we find. I can't say for sure who they are. They're not fishing ships, I can tell you that. Are they military? Are they UN? I don't know. I'm not out there. I have no way to figure that out. I mean, you could look at the ship tracker, but probably them ships are not on the ship tracking. I mean, that's something to look into if somebody has time. Dig that out and see what you find out. All right, so it's going to take this thing a second to load. I'm just going to kind of buzz through here and check these watches and warnings as stuff is loading. We got aerosols being deployed right down here where the storms are firing up. I can see them right there. We'll highlight that, try to get that highlighted. Now we got to wait on that to load. And we might as well go ahead. Them looks like some pretty wicked storms right there. Let's go ahead while we're letting that stuff load. Let's jump in. We just got a new warning. Kentucky. Let's go ahead. We'll just jump over here and check out one of the next rads over in that area. Yeah, they got water generation stations down there. We pick them up on the next rads. We'll probably look at them and just see. So let me lighten the screen up a little bit here. You know, we had military chaff being shot out over there off the Bajas yesterday. You got aerosols being deployed right down there where they're pulling the atmospheric river up. And this thing's just taking so long to load. Yeah, we definitely, let me zoom in on them guys because that's probably going to show up pretty good. It's a small spraying operation. Let me get this a little bigger. Let's check that out. They are, man. They're mad men. That's for damn sure. You know, they want to control everything. This is the new world order. This is Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050. We're seeing it right before our very eyes. Hey, thanks out there, everybody that's helping us out there. It's definitely helps keep us going. All right, so we can see them storms firing up. See the aerosols down there. I know there's another aerosol. We just got to wait on that sucker to load. And of course it don't want to load very good. Yeah, to me it's a battle between the good and the evil. I mean, that's basically what it is. That's what it boils down to. Pick your side. Let's get it on. Let's do it. Wow, that looks pretty suspect right there. So them might not be aerosols. I don't know what them are. They don't look like normal aerosols. But I did see some strange things. Let me see if I can get that up. Yeah, I'd have to see if there's some generating stations right here. You know, sometimes you get normal storms, but most of the time, most of our weather is fabricated. Want to check right over here. Oh, hey, thanks, sir. All right, let's go ahead and check the watches and mornings again, just to double check here. All right, we're all good here. Let's get this load and see what this radar is doing. They're definitely using the radars to affect the weather. We document that pretty much nightly. And it's pretty easy to see the stuff at normal. Yeah, this is pretty exhausting for everybody, man. For people researching this stuff, trying to get the word out, putting up with the trolls and all that stuff. You know, dealing with the attacks in other ways. But we just keep on digging. So it looks like by this next rad, they're just wanting this storm to roll right on through. Let me just check, make sure we're not seeing any kind of rotation in this thing. Ooh, we are getting a little bit of signs of microwave pulses there. Oh yeah, I've got into it with several meteorologists. I took some meteorologist courses, but I never did finish because I knew a lot of what they were saying was a bunch of crap. All right, so I'm not seeing any kind of rotation, but I did see a couple weird little spots there. So there was a little powerful little spin up right there, but wasn't quite. But you're seeing almost like a beam of green going out. Let me check something real quick. Hey, thanks out there, Susie. Yeah, them guys are goons, man. Usually the meteorologists end up blocking me. Even the trolls, I'll argue with them on Twitter and stuff. They'll end up blocking me. They can't hang in the fight, man. They're on the wrong side. They're on the losing side of the fight. Oh, wow. Northern California, you're getting waxed. So is Southern Oregon there. So let me slow that down. So they did some nighttime spraying over California, right over the Paradise Chico area. You had an off and on sprayer coming through there, but look how thick these trails are. Man, see, that turns into a weather system. You also had the sprayers out there off the coast. That takes a lot of planes to create that much cloud cover. So look, there's another X right over the Paradise area. They're marking the spots. Look at that, another X. They just keep Xing the same spot over and over. You can play tic-tac-toe on that. Wow. They shot all 4 of them trails out within minutes. And we'll have to go a little bit farther south to see what that turns into. I mean, that is all fake man-made clouds. Let's go down a little farther south. And try to get this to load. There's tons of flash flood, no tornado warnings at this minute here. Probably freaking everybody's eyeballs out. It's freaking mine out. So here's the aerosols that are being deployed turning into, you know, something. So this whole cloud deck is man-made. You can also see the aerosols being deployed in Arizona, Utah. So almost like 99% of every cloud on here is man-made. When you got a few normal clouds here and there, but all this stuff in California is synthetic. You're going to have to pay for a blue sky. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this a show. Anyway, I want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Thanks to everybody that shares this information out. This has to get out. We have to wake the masses because we're running out of time. Anyway, guys, we're going to play a song called Rise. I'll come join you in chat. And then we'll play our fighting song on the way out. Anyway, guys, much love. Be safe out there. Heads up tomorrow, man. They're going to be opening the floodgates. I mean, I'm talking be on the lookout from South Dakota all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Anyway, guys, much love. Here we go. Turn it up. Maybe.